This now starts to feel like we're talking about a completely new era in data science. Like Zerve is at the forefront of building this new industrialized data science as opposed to a more artisanal data science where you have individuals, working alone in a Jupyter notebook typing out each character of code.
Yeah, locally. Yeah.
Exactly. And so this is now this kind of industrialization of data science that involves adopting platforms, machine learning ops systems, and automation. What role does Zerve play in that? And obviously, you have a ton of experience with kind of automating things with your years of experience at Data Robot before that. And so fill us in on like how you see this transformation happening, how organizations can best harness that transformation and be more successful on developing and deploying AI projects.
Yeah, we think about ourselves as kind of a full stack kind of data science environment. We don't do like the hardware and the data warehousing type stuff, but we connect to all of those solutions. But everything else we do, we've played with the term operating system for AI in terms of like how do we talk about ourselves, but we really do all of the things. So you can connect to data, you can explore, you can create visualizations, you can publish like reports. We integrate with a bunch of dashboarding things. I just did an AWS QuickSight dashboard for a conference that I was speaking at. You can train models, you can use GPUs, you can, and then when it comes to deploy, you can really easily build your own APIs that you can host within Zerve or download and take somewhere else. You can deploy using SageMaker. You can schedule jobs. Like the whole life cycle of these data science projects is built into one application, and you can do it in any language you want. So you could have your data engineers writing SQL. You could have your old school statistician folks writing R code. You could have your machine learning engineers doing Python, and it all syncs to GitHub or Bitbucket or whatever source control you use, so that if you've got an engineer down the line and they want to stay in VS Code, it's fine. It all pulls together on GitHub. So yeah, it's awesome. It's full stack.
Very cool. Yeah. Any thoughts on the kind of my question there about how I don't know if you have any guidance for organizations who are trying to take advantage of this kind of shift. So, it could be Zerve or maybe some other kind of tool that's industrializing data science in some way. How can organizations be successfully adopting those, taking advantage of them to get more AI projects into the real world that are profitable?
Yeah, there's definitely this. Businesses have always had to sort of juggle between build versus buy, right? There's a million vendors out there that are doing a million different things, and some organizations are like, okay, we'll go buy that. Others are like, okay, let's staff a team that can build some of this stuff. And so you still have that sort of set of trade-offs when you go down that road. But the large language model stuff has made it so much easier to build that I think the calculation on build versus buy is super different now than it was a few years ago. It's just so much. It's going to be so much cheaper to build than it is to buy these sort of things. I actually think it's sort of an existential crisis for a lot of these SaaS vendors that are building kind of custom built use case type solutions and then charging a mint for them. Yeah, who knows what the space is going to look like in a few years? I think it's got ramifications for the VC space, certainly for the software as a service space. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.